Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. Before I start the video, I just wanted to say, like always, if you enjoy my stuff, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the market and um, where you think we're going, because it's been kind of insane. And the fact that we have been hitting all the markers have been really, really good, right? Because yesterday in the morning, I did a market recap and basically said if we break this trend, we're more than likely going all the way down to 390. We actually hit that. In the last 8 hours or so, we actually hit that. Um, did not actually break that support of 390, and I actually think we're on our way back up. For the first time in a very long time, I actually am a little bit bullish. So I do think because this Darvis box broke and we did hit all of our entry, all of our targets, we can essentially just do this now. We can basically have this set up here. There you go. So I do think as of right now, we are gonna start our ascend back to possibly this level. I think we'll possibly do so. I think we'll do something like this, maybe retest, retest that level, and then we can see like another crash down here. If you actually come back down, if you retest and you break to the upside, you'll probably come all the way back to like a 401 or so. I actually think that as of right now, we have a really good shot at coming back and retesting this $400 level. So I am short term bullish for today. Again, I should probably not be doing any longs. I am long right now on Forex. Should probably not be long in the market. The most obvious thing to do right now is to just wait for other shorts. But I actually do think the obvious thing to do right now would be as long as we close this 4 hour bullish right here. We're actually going to close a 3 hour bullish candle in 9 minutes. So I did already take the long. I did already take it. I do think we're going to keep pushing up, and I think this will probably take us back to like around 399, 400 maybe sometime today, and then from there it's either or. Either you hit this and you come back all the way down to 390, and if you do that, we're probably going all the way back down to 387. On that trend, right? So, we have to wait and see what exactly is going on. I want to see how strong this 3 hour push is to the upside, and if we do push to that $400, there's a very big chance that we do close a bullish day sometime today or tomorrow, right? So, it really depends how strong we push. If we do get up here on SPY, I really do think that we can definitely close that bull day, in which case I will hold my longs. And from here, I do think we can probably go back to 406, 4010 range, possibly back to like 414, 414, 415. So I think we will do this sometime later this week. I think that, we definitely a big possibility that we come back and we retest this. I think on the hour, we possibly have we have a Darvis box on the hour. I don't think we have a Darvis box yet. And Darvis box is something that I'll be teaching my Patreon members sometime soon. I think the 30-minute, no, it's basically trading on range. You did break this range trade of, at 393, you went to the upside. So, I mean, if I had to do like a range on the SPY, it'd probably be, I don't know, man, probably something like this. Something like that, like probably a range trade like this, right? You did break to the upside, so I mean, short term, you could probably see like a move like this from here, right? You did break it, so probably like this, come back and retest here, and then shoot up, right? So I don't want to keep this here because it's gonna make my chart look kind of ugly. I'll take all this away, but you could probably see something like that. But again, for the SPY, I am I think pretty bullish right now. Again, long term, I'm still pretty bearish. Short term, in 7 minutes, I am going to be pretty bullish to the upside. I mean, essentially what's happened every single time after a 3 hour close is, I mean, you close a 3 hour, right? You run from, let me see. Average run is about $5-6, I think. Let's see here. This last one was very little actually. So I mean, about $3 in what 3 hours one day. Three hours. So The lowest I think we see is probably a push to 395, but then at the highest I think we'll probably see 55 is 397. Yeah, I mean I think that, I mean, so far right now the bullish momentum isn't the best that I can see right now. But it does look like, because you didn't break this 390, you know, that you didn't even wick down under that 390 level. I do see us pushing a little bit harder to the upside. So probably I do think 399, 398-ish will probably hit sometime this week, just because I do think we'll run up that hard to the upside. Okay, cool. So that's for SPY. You can go ahead and do NASDAQ. NASDAQ, you actually do have, you know, full break of trend, right? Still, you're in full break of trend. You basically just traded down on this trend right here, and then you're starting to pop to the upside. And again, this is going to close in 5 minutes. And again, you don't really have a lot of push to the upside, but what I can see is you do see an obvious Darvis box here, right? You hit highs. Actually, we'll do the highs right here on the bullish candle. So you hit highs, you're at lows. Yeah, I think you're probably at most, right? At most, you're probably going to go to 12,478. I think I can probably do this on the QQQ, but I think for the most part, let me see. QQQ should look exactly the same as this. Oh, but it's working on yeah, I don't like using that. But yeah, for the NASDAQ, I think right now, I don't think you'll see any like really real breaks here, but I think for right now we're ready to go back to like this level. So I would not be surprised to see all of big tech moving to the upside right here to like 12,383. So moving, I don't know, big tech moving another, you know, what is this? Like another 2% today on big tech. Like I would not be surprised to see, you know, big tech moving moving 1-2% and then coming right back down. Because again, you are technically right now still you are in another, we can see another bear trend here. Yeah, that makes sense. So I mean, you can probably come back here, like there, and then after that, if this actually breaks, right, I do think you'll see more resistance right around this level, just because, you know what, I think the smarter thing to do is actually run this Darvis box all the way up to here. There you go. So I mean, if you are going to long anything, yeah, my recommendation would always be to create a Darvis box, long at the bottom range, and then run it up. If you're going to do like a day trade, if you're going to be holding for a couple of days, run it up, right? And then if you're going to short, you short up here, right? As long as it's not breaking the previous highs. So again, if it breaks this trend right now, there's this short-term trend, you're probably going to have more resistance here at that 12.5 level. And then if that breaks, then you can actually go to like that high trend right there. But again, I think because we are still bearish, I think the more probable situation is that you dump right here. But again, I'm getting a little bit more bullish on the NASDAQ and SPX, just because we've already ran down a whole bunch. I do think we need some sort of healthy like retrace by now. Again, we don't have to see this huge retrace like back up to here and then we have to dump, but again, at least some sort of retrace, right? Because that's essentially what's happened before. We retrace, drop, retrace, drop, and I think we've already had the drop. So I think now we are set up to retrace to possibly right here, which is pretty much basically back on the last order block that we had on the 3 hour. So I would not be surprised to see big tech move another 1 to 2% up, you know, today and tomorrow, right? And that's for the NASDAQ. For Ethereum, you know, and Bitcoin, you actually have pretty solid moves to the upside, right? You have really solid moves. You know, I'd be long in Ethereum. You know what? I should do that right now. I should be long in Ethereum right now. I'll open another Ethereum long right now. Trade by I don't want 0.2. Trade, you know, along. There we go. Yeah, so every lot that I long on Forex is actually 10 Ethereum. But again, right here on Ethereum, it does look like you want to break this trend to the upside, right? It does look like Ethereum wants to break this and run all the way to 1728, which is kind of insane. And especially because you're going to be closing a 4-hour bullish trigger relatively close on, on stock support, I can definitely see this breaking. And there really is no other, movement than, than to the upside if this trend breaks, because it's really just a very minor trend, right? Very minor trend. So if that breaks, I do see us going back to like 1728, and you have a very clear uptrend right here, right? Very, 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 very clear uptrend, right? Not only that, but you have an uptrend, but you do have this, sort of this, obviously this sort of this breakout pattern, right? You already broke out of this trend. Oh wait, you actually didn't. Should be a little bit. There you go. This should be a little bit higher, like right there. If you do it from the highest wick, oh yeah, then dang, never mind. My trend was actually wrong. So this shouldn't actually even be here, right? There you go. So you do actually have this huge trend here that's still going on. So if this trend breaks to the upside, I think you're easily going to 1728, right? Easily. And just by looking at I'm pretty sure on the 3-hour you already closed bullish, did we? Yeah, you're going to close bullish in 10 seconds. So I would definitely be longing here. It does look like you have plenty of support on the stochastic. If I had to guess, you're trading above the 50 MA2. If I had to guess, I'd say easily you run back to 1728. It does look like you're probably going to do something like here. And it does look, I mean, in Bitcoin's going to follow. I don't need to do TM Bitcoin because Bitcoin looks like it's going to follow. But you'll probably do something like this. Probably retest down here, and then you run to that 728 level like that. So I do think that right now I'm pretty bullish on all the indices and crypto, at least for the short term, until you see those breaks in resistance and stuff like that. But I think for right now, I think I am bullish to the upside. SPX just closed that 3-hour to the bull. See, I mean, I'm not surprised. Like I said, really would not be surprised if you run all the way back to like $400 sometime today, tomorrow, and then come all the way back down to 390 or so. But as of right now, short term, very bullish to the upside. Longer term, still bearish to the lower end. I think if we do run all the way back up here, more than likely there's a really high chance that I'll probably just short again. And again, it does look like you are creating a pretty good Darvis box on. Looks like you're creating a really good Darvis box range right here already on the 4-hour or on the 3-hour really. But I think you are in the lower end of range. You're probably going to come up here again. If you do run to the top end and you break this, 100%, we're going to go to 412, 413 or something. So again, if you do want a long, you should probably be longing now, right? Run it up to trend, possibly put your stop loss in, and then that way if it comes back down, you don't really care because you get stopped out in profit. But if you do break trend, right, you come up here, and if you do break these previous highs, this level, 100% you're probably going to, back to like 413, 412 or so. I mean, unless there's like other, maybe like 405, because there's like you have like an order block there, but which would probably actually end up being kind of insane because you have an order block right here, and it probably end up matching up with the 50 MA. So I think you run up to 50 MA and then you can actually get rejected from there. So a lot of possibilities right now, right? I think that's the most you can do if this trend actually breaks, and then from there it's just back to trend. So something like that. I think the most likely scenario really is just running back up to trend. We possibly see 400 today, tomorrow on the SPY, before either dropping or breaking this trend and running up to like 405 again. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.